All right. So today is Monday, November 6th, 2023. Um, this is actually pretty crazy considering that this is one of the rarest item shops that they've had. But if you actually go to the item shop, I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's gonna probably be one of the last times you'll see Chief Hopper in the shop and Demigorgon. Um, Pretty crazy. I'm gonna do a little bit of a review on the skins and combos and stuff like that, but just doing a quick breakdown of how it is. But they did bring 11 into the shop. I figured that I would get the entire shop. This is the first time that I've actually gotten everything in the shop. I never really thought about getting everything because it was always like stacked with way too many skins, and that would just be way too much to go over. But yeah, I figured I would do a quick review before the item shop resets. As always, I would appreciate it if you'd use JeffreeBarrett in the item shop. You'll probably not see these skins for quite a while. I think what they're actually going to do is release some of the rarest skins that were in the shop. So you might end up seeing John Wick, you might end up seeing a couple other skins come back into the shop. Again, this only has 1 minute left, but I will end up doing a little combo that you can go with. So the Demigorgon and the back bling that you can go with. I don't know why it's been having issues lately with just like showing exactly what it is. But Robin's Perch from the Who Laughs bundle. You know, the Joker Who Laughs. You could basically get this. This definitely goes with it. And then this is obviously the same glider that goes with the Joker Who Laughs. So it's Wings of Madness. Me personally, because you know I've watched some of the Stranger Things stuff and stuff like that. So it's really interesting. You know, you could use the antimatter pulse. So it's part of the not the heroes bundle, but it's like the kind of like the anti-hero type of thing, but it's the fallen heroes set. You can definitely change it, you know, so you could put like all black, you could put gray, but the all black definitely matches up. And just with that alone, it's honestly one of the best ones you can utilize. You know, just with the back bling, it just you can go without a back bling, but this does pop out of the back, so I kind of think having this would actually just make sense. And of course, like the Demigorgon is caged; it's like a caged animal, pretty much. So that's definitely something I will go with. Then the black ooze is definitely a good one to go with, just because of the fact that like it just fits, you know, because like there was like always black ooze in the concept of that of like Stranger Things and like being on the other side. It was always like black ooze and just darkness. There is another thing if you go with, if you end up using this, like the inky reflection definitely just kind of matches with, like, a lot of people were like, oh my god, you know, like Stranger Things are coming back. When this popped up, a lot of people thought Stranger Things. So I would definitely recommend that as like a loading screen. But the only issue is that this is not going to come back in the shop. This is part of the crew set that you would end up getting. So a crew skin, you can't just get it at any point. So you definitely the Demigorgon. Then of course you have Hopper. So you have two different styles you can go with. One without the hats, and then of course one with the hat. I kind of prefer one with the hat. I think it's just better overall. There is a whole bunch of different options you can go with. as far as like what you would, you could use the waffle. You could end up using Hopper's Cabin. There's definitely, a lot of things you can use. Cabin Nightmare set. You can use this as like a gun. You could use this, but it's not gonna be as good. You can definitely use a lot of the Walking Dead stuff. So like the hunting quiver, you can use that. You can use the sheriff's duffel bag, which definitely fits them really well. As far as anything else, I mean, you could use this pickaxe, which is part of the Walking Dead as well. There's like a lot of things you can definitely use, like the dog tags of this season. You can use that. Honestly, there's just so much that you could use. Me personally, I think the duffel bag is probably the best one you can go with. As far as pickaxes go, the Michael Myers one would definitely fit. Just because, like, if you're thinking about, going with that type of aspect, you could go with the bat, which would fit as well. Obviously, that's part of the 11's bundle. And then the katana, which would actually work too. That's a good one. Or even like the Eddie spear works as well. Gliders, there's a few options, but I think the crashing satellite one from The Walking Dead is definitely a really good one to go with. As far as any other gliders, I can't really think of any major good ones to go with. You can go with Heisted Flyer. There's a couple other ones, like you can get the motorcycle one. But other than that, there's not going to be too much that really fits that theme, I guess you could say. But let's go to the newest of the skins, which is going to be 11. She does have two different options. Well, three actually, but if you went with obviously the main style, which a lot of people would go with, as far as back blings, there are a couple different options I would say you can go with. So if you go with like the edit style, the hollow back bling, you could end up putting like the pancakes heart if you actually have that. There's like a ton of different options you can go with because she does like waffles, but the pancake one would fit. Obviously, if you go with let's see, where's that? You can go with the waffle, or you could just end up doing the Hopper's Cabin again. But obviously, I would go with the waffle on this one. I would go with the bats for that one. And as far as gliders go, I mean, realistically, when it comes to her, there's not going to be too many options, depending on like which one you actually go with. But me personally, I would actually go with the Silver Surfer or anything that's like a rideable glider, for instance. But I mean, she could go with Jack's sled. What else? I mean, there's a ton of gliders you can utilize with her. But obviously, it's just something like the Heist Flyer would obviously work with her as well. Let's see. Let me put away. And then obviously the Black Ooze would definitely work with her as well. When you're going to using like her alt styles, like if you were to go with this one, you could use any of the other ones that I said. This one actually would be an interesting one to use as well. So like you could go with that, but it doesn't really match too much because of the fact that you end up having like a different color. You can't really change it any other way. You can't change it white, unfortunately. But if you do end up going with, let's say, with this, which is this stained mantle, and it's part of the kind of like the Halloween sets that they have going on out there. So if you actually go here and you change it all to white, you can actually go, you put this on there, and I was actually running this yesterday, and it definitely fits the whole theme. I mean, if you put gray, it's not going to match up, but if you put all white, it definitely matches up better. And then obviously this, you could change it to, you know, like the Silver Surfer one, or even like the Chrombrella definitely would work with that as well. But I personally think the Silver Surfer would actually work out best with that one. And then as far as these go, you could use the digital grayscale. If you ended up getting like the Chomper set or whatever, I think what was it called? Feeding Frenzy. You can definitely get this one that would match with it. Me personally, I think the Doodle Buddies is definitely going to be the better option. You know, so using all that would definitely match up with her. Another pickaxe, which I thought was like really hilarious, you know, because obviously she likes waffles, but just using like pancakes would definitely be like a really good one to go with, and that one would actually just match up really well. So I would definitely recommend that. When it comes to that kind of setup. Yeah, but other than that, there's really not much else to go with, but the Demogorgon is definitely a really great skin to have, especially if you're playing some type of competitive or anything like that. It would definitely help out, you know, being more hidden and stuff like that. Another thing that I was actually thinking about, I'm trying to remember where it is. I mean, the Reaper pickaxe can work with it. Anything that's The Walking Dead works with it. But, you know, obviously the Scythe, the Chaos one, that one works too. Just because if you're going with like black, where's it at? If you're going with the black ooze type of feel, where is it at? I just had it too. Even the Darth Vader would work if you can't find any other type of like alt to be able to use with it. And then obviously this is the glider, so that would definitely be like a really good one to go with. And as far as this, I think probably that would actually be the best combination to go with. So it definitely works out to your advantage. Let me pull up YouTube's chat right now, and then I can do like a little bit of a item shop review reset that they have going on here. But I definitely recommend this as like a combo if you did end up picking it up before it was a reset. I don't really have anything that would like be like a black ooze type of thing. I mean, like the dark feathers kind of works, but I guess that would be the closest thing that you can really, you know, get out of it. And then I think, yo, Tommy, what's going on, buddy? I was just pulling up the chat right now. Sorry, I didn't see it. I was going to do like a quick review on it. But yeah, it was definitely the one shop that I can actually say that I've actually had everything out of it. But it definitely is pretty crazy as to like what they've been doing with the item shops recently. Let's see. No, my rare skin. First they bring Marshmallow back, now this. I hope they don't bring John Wick back. I think they are bringing John Wick back. Yeah, Tommy, I think they're going to bring John Wick back. I'm pretty positive they will. You got to figure John Wick, it has been about 4 years since it's been out. Since it's been back in the shop, so I would not be surprised. It should take a while for it to reset. Okay. So I already own Crystal, and they also did have an alt for that. I know that they're bringing Basher out right now because they're about to have a reskin style of him. And the same thing with Fish Stick. So I believe on the 9th it should be. Because I know, I'm trying to remember exactly when it was. So I believe, alright, so Darkness and Dinos should be on the 8th. And so today's the 6th, going into, so technically this is the 7th, for November 7th shop. The 6th was Stranger Things, so Reef Recon, which is the Fish Stick. Dark and Dinos, so they're going to have the new Aura skin, which is like a Dino Aura mix. And then they're going to have Bash is going to be like an alt style of him. So Darkness. The Darkness thing I don't really know exactly what's going to be. On the 9th, so they're bringing the Fish Stick bundle out because of the fact that they're going to end up having a Drift Fish Stick. And that's going to be on the 9th. So they're trying to come out with that real quick and then kind of just go from there. But I don't have Fish Stick. I mean, it's a decent bundle that they got going on here. I did forget to turn that off. But yeah, they got Fish Stick, Bash. I haven't heard anything about a Brilliant Bomber possibly coming out. I think they might have just scrapped that altogether. Bash is actually kind of cool because he has like different styles that you can go with. But obviously if you have, what's his name? It was like the first, it was like in chapter 3, season 1, I think. Where is he at? Yeah, I mean, if you have this guy, then you really don't need Bash. It would just make no sense to do that. Yeah, so if you have Lieutenant John Llama, getting bashed would kind of be redundant in a way. I mean, it's super similar. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar enough that you would just kind of feel like there was no point. I mean, unless obviously you wanted a different color scheme for it. But yeah, the safe cracker, obviously, like a lot of people have had that anyways. Wild card, there is like another set that you could have got. I'm trying to remember his name. Yeah, you could have had double agent wild card. And there's like 2 different styles that you can go with. You know, so obviously, like, you can get the Chaos Agent. You could have went with that bundle if you would have wanted to get that. So definitely a lot of different options that you could have went with. I think they will end up bringing John Wick back, just because like they brought the Demogorgon back and Hopper, and that it's been 5 years since it's been out. They're putting a lot of different things out there, and they've only been having leaks on like a select amount of skins for like I think the first 2 weeks, and then I think they might have like another leak on the next 2 weeks after that, which I have a feeling John Wick would probably come eventually at that point. They could, I mean, I highly doubt they would end up doing Venom. They'll probably wait until the next Venom movie comes out and then release it maybe, but I think Venom would be like the main one that would be like a really rare skin that they would have. But yeah, I guess I'll do some gameplay on the Demogorgon real quick. Or matter of fact, let's do it on 11. Let's do some gameplay with her, because there's been plenty of people that did the Demogorgon, and it's kind of just like whatever, honestly. I've been noticing a lot of issues with like a lot of different things going on. I also did finish out the Reboot Rally stuff, which only took me about like 3 days, so basically the beginning of the season. Whenever Reboot Rally came out, I was able to finish that out. Really easy. I mean, I do own a Switch, so all I really decided to do was just use my Switch on the side and kind of just like do all the quests that you need to do. But definitely using something like this glider, the Time Umbrella, would actually work, just because it has electricity on there, and 11, you know, like she's a number. It would just make sense, you know. And you could just say, oh, like it has the 11th hour on there or whatever. As far as anything else, I think maybe like the snow would work, and then you could still have the black goo on there. There is a couple of different options you could go with to make it more like retro, I guess you could say. You could end up running the taffy, which would actually make sense, you know. There is, let's see, what else is there? Honestly, I think this would actually work way better with it, just because like you look at her shirt and then you look at that, it just kind of matches so much better. And then of course, let's see, I do want to go and put her emotes in there. And that's how it goes. Pretty cool, honestly. I really like it. Should be able to get about one match in to kind of just showcase her, and then kind of just end the stream on that note. Yeah, I think I'll just end up playing a solo this time around. So every once in a while I'll end up doing like review videos and stuff like that, and kind of just show you different combos. Like it'll be a compilation video that I'll end up doing, you know, so like end up having a review on the shop, review on the skins, combos, and just kind of do like a breakdown of all of it. But definitely if you were doing like a, yeah, so like you see how like the wrap works with it. I mean, it's not a perfect, you know, 1-to-1 ratio, but it definitely works. Alright, and Haunted Hills is actually a pretty good option to go to. But it's definitely got that like 70s, 80s vibe going on with the shirt, the pants, and the white shoes. I did find out some information about the live event that's going to happen. It's going to be pretty interesting to say the least. So if you do have any questions about the live events, just let me know. I bet I'll tell you. Be more than happy to kind of explain what's going to be going on with that. So I think probably landing up top here is probably the best bet. I think you just pickaxe this. You know, yeah, Fortnite's been having some glitch issues for sure. There we go, now we can see it. Grab that up. Yeah, swap that out for sure. And that's what's actually goofy about that. It does pop up outside instead, so you gotta pick it out here. And then there's one down in here. And found the shotgun. That's what I needed. I mean, over here, you can land with a squad, and it would actually be a pretty good space to go into. And of course, having a rift to go is always good. Finding shields is really hard in this. But landing here, you'll definitely find what you need. I got the different shotgun. obviously, if that's all you can find, you definitely want to grab that. There's a lot of chests that do spawn over here. So, I mean, you can get plenty of ammo and heals and whatnot. So I'm already maxed out on minis. You can find boogie bombs, all kinds of stuff over here. And if you want to, you can go over to the llama. And easy spot. You can end up going right over to Junk Junction, but I'm not going to be able to make that. Eight ball was here. That was definitely a bot. I didn't even realize somebody was even behind me. That was kind of crazy. Yeah, but definitely gotta go up here. I have to take the quick way out. I got a gold rocket launcher, that would be perfect, honestly. That was actually kind of goofy of me to do. Now I gotta find heals. I just lost half my health on that. Yeah, finding any type of shields or anything like that is kind of hard. Hard to come by, for sure. You could definitely find a lot of SMG stuff and whatnot. Yeah, so the time machine has 4 phases. It's going to be over here until probably the end of this week, I believe. Oof. I don't know how this guy survived that, but that's crazy. Alright. Alright. But yeah. I mean, I haven't been playing Fortnite that much anymore, honestly. I've been I played it for about the last month. That guy, honestly, I mean, he should have died. I don't know how he wasn't dying. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I should have got that shotgun shot off on him. He didn't miss any of his shots either. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little gameplay. I mean, obviously I died on it, but I am gonna try to do a little bit better gameplays, and I'm gonna use my creative map to kind of just like showcase some of the skins that are in the shop if I do end up picking it up. But I just wanted to kind of do a mini review on one of the rarest item shop reviews on it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little review. But as always, I do hope that they do end up bringing John Wick back. I'm pretty positive they should be, especially if they're trying to do like back in time. And they're basically, if you think about it, they're going to be doing pretty much all of Chapter 1. And it would just make sense for them to, do all that. And just kind of like break it down where like they bring rare skins back. So like obviously they brought this one back. They kind of, I mean, if you think about it, they did kind of bring Renegade Raider back. Kind of, not exactly, but it does have Renegade in it as the name. So Renegade links, and it's part of like the battle pass, and the only way to get it. And then they brought Stranger Things back. The next thing that they would bring back that would be like rare would be John Wick, which is part of that still same concept of like how many years ago. As far as like in Chapter 1 type of like rarities, I don't think the Venom Eddie Brock skin would be really in there. It might be, for them to like just kind of be nostalgic, they might bring it back out. But I kind of highly doubt that they'll actually do that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the little review, and I will see you guys next time.